Everybody loves nostalgic, beautiful film photos, and I've been taught that you need a film camera to get film-like photos. However, I'm curious if there's a way to make our mobile phones capture photos that look like film. I've never shot film, but my friend George is a pro. I know next to nothing about shooting film. What do I need to do to make my iPhone capture photos that look as close to film as possible?
I think you can definitely create something similar. You definitely can't create like a perfect copy. The more imperfect a photo looks from digital, the easier it is to make it look like film, in my opinion. That's kind of a digital look often to me is like, the f-stop was exactly what you wanted. The shutter speed was exactly what you wanted. But on film, you have to let some of those imperfections in. Whether you've slightly missed focus or the shutter speed's a little bit too slow for the motion. If you had the opportunity to use an ND filter, and then you could put down your shutter speed just the tiniest bit slower than you actually need.
While we're out filming today, we're gonna be using the phone case from Moment and the Quick Lock ND filter. These fit together really easily, and this gives us a pretty compact setup. And because of this, I can now lower my shutter speed. On a sunny morning like this, the shutter on my phone wants to revert to a 2,000th of a second. 1/2000. But with an ND filter on, I can get my shutter speed to as low as 1/60.
I think that little bit of motion blur could then add to like selling the effect. Try manual focusing on a phone.
We're gonna be shooting these photos in the Moment app, not just because it gives us control over our shutter speed, but we can also shoot in RAW and with manual focus, which scares me a little bit because I'm pretty reliant on autofocus. Like, what focal lengths do you think I should be trying to shoot this on my phone?
I like to shoot 28mm for photography with film as well. But something like a 35mm or a 50mm, I feel like 50mm is going to be quite familiar to like the film aesthetic if you're getting your first camera, but then definitely a 28 or a 35 are kind of like those standard wide focal lengths.
I also brought along the 58mm lens. This bad boy is a beast. Let's try and get a couple photos with this guy.
I mean, the feel of the camera is a big thing. Because I think if you're shooting on an SLR or you're shooting on like a rangefinder, or some people who shoot on like medium format cameras, they are very unique shooting experiences, which a lot of digital cameras can't provide. So there is definitely something to be said in the experience. I love like the slap of a SLR like mirror and that sound and knowing like, cool, I got it.
Sounds a little different.
I mean, for me, a lot of shooting on film, it's less about the final image output and it's much more about actually the process of shooting on film. For me personally, because you don't have that instant review after you take a photo.
The screen on my phone is essentially a large viewfinder, and it lets me frame up whatever I'm shooting pretty perfectly. There's not a lot of room for error. And along with that, I'm also able to correctly expose what I'm shooting, something that's a lot trickier when shooting with a film camera. I've been waiting for somebody to walk in front of that red section of wall for 5 minutes now. I don't think anybody is coming by. I don't know how long I should wait. Probably not even that good of a shot either. Someone's coming. Someone's coming. I only get one shot. Oh, shoot. Should I put her in the middle? We got what we got. Do you think shooting on iPhone trying to emulate film is cheating?
Some people might just say, why not shoot on film? But you could say, well, it's expensive and I just want to carry my phone. I don't know, I definitely try and emulate film with my digital cameras sometimes. Even when I was shooting raw photos on my iPhone, the way I edited them was like film inspired. So I didn't fully try and emulate film, but I was using like a color profile that I created from a film stock.
Do you have any tips for editing? Is there a program you think that emulates film really well? Is there some sliders that you think will help sell the film effect more?
You can get software like Dehancer, which is supposedly like film simulation. I've used it for video and it is pretty cool, but you definitely can get that for photography as well.
Dehancer has an app for the phone, which is fantastic because we can shoot everything on our phone
and edit everything on here. Let's go ahead and open the app and find some of the photos that we took. Let's start with this one. And before we even look at film emulations, let's do some light editing on this photo to make sure the exposure and temperature is where we want it. It's pretty good. This was fairly well exposed. And let's click on presets, and there are a lot of options to choose from. Let's tap through a couple of these. Some of these are a lot stronger than others. There's a lot of options and sliders to control how your image is going to look. If you're familiar with film and developing film, you're gonna know what all of these sliders do. But if you're not, Dehancer does a fantastic job of emulating the most popular film stocks really well. I'm kind of happy with how this is. However, I could bump up the exposure a little bit more. And to me, I think that looks pretty cool. We'll have to see what George thinks. Let's export this and try another photo. Oh, that's cool. When you import a photo, it applies the edit you did last time to your new photo. So if you want to batch a bunch of photos, this is going to be really quick. Let's try a different look, even though that looks really nice. There's a lot here to choose from. Do you have any favorite film stocks that you use, or is that what they're called? Are they called film stocks? Are they called rolls of film?
My favorite film stocks, I think, black and white is Ilford HP5, just because I've shot a lot of it.
Let's find that Ilford HP5. That looks pretty good. Let's see what some of these other options are. Ooh, film grain. There's a lot to play with in here. Either I did a really good job of taking these photos, or this program has some sort of magic dust that just adds a really nice quality to your photos. Let's try another photo. I liked these ones of the tower through the arch. The sky felt really blown out when I was shooting this, and I know I missed focus a little bit, but because we are shooting raw, we should be able to retain some of that detail and blueness in the sky. It's hard to know what to choose because these are all so nice. When you zoom in on these images, we can see what Dehancer is actually doing. Here, we've got some halation around the highlights, and there's some subtle grain, and it looks like it's subtly also changed some of the tones and colors in this image. Yeah, these are really cool. This feels a lot different than what I'm used to in Lightroom. Zooming in, there is a lot of detail in these images. I forgot for a second that I took these on the same phone that I'm editing these on. Like, mobile photography is crazy right now. The nice thing about shooting so few images and using Dehancer is that I'm already done editing. Let's give George a call and see what he thinks.
I actually think this particular one you've got of a war memorial, the flare coming through that and like the way the colors have washed out a little bit, to me that genuinely looks like it could be a film photo.
Whoa.
I know it's from a phone, but like that particular one, the way the colors have like sort of washed out with the flare, that combination, to me looks more film-like.
Interesting, because that was one of my least favorite photos that I took.
Yeah, I think the ones especially like with the lens flare, it's one of those imperfections that you don't expect from a smartphone. I think it sells it much more as this could be like a vintage piece of glass. There's one when you're shooting through like an archway, this one also is giving me film. It's looking a bit more like soft. I also think this looks really nice. It looks maybe more digital, but I think I could also believe this is like a good quality film stock. Yeah, man, I think you've done a good job. If there was one that looked very iPhone-y, this one just looks like definitely an iPhone photo, because also like the colors are like so well retained in the sky, which is like classic iPhone.
Does this method of shooting on your phone replace film cameras? No, absolutely not. There's a reason why we still use film cameras today. But if you're somebody like me who likes the idea of shooting on film, but doesn't want to commit to buying a camera, learning how to shoot film, the developing process, I think this is a pretty great outlet. The price of film can get really expensive, but with the Moment app for $9.99 and Dehancer for $4.99, we can do all of this for under 20 bucks. I had a really fun time shooting this one. Let me know in the comments if you have any other ideas how to make this whole process feel more like shooting on film. Anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video.